Okay, everyone? Shh. Kate, shush. Class, shush. Shh. Let's have some quiet for Gary, father of the bride.
Dad, stand forward.
Stand forward. I'll collapse if I do. Well, I'm thinking here today, I thought this was Catherine and Dave's day. But it's also yours to celebrate their marriage. So thank you all for turning up and making this special effort. Because looking around me, I can see some super people, super dresses, super suits. Everybody is looking so super. So thank you all very much once again for that. Now, Catherine and David, they formed a very, very close bond through their childhood, teenage years, however the time came when they went their own separate ways in their lives. Oh. But after many years, destiny brought them back together again with a chance meeting on a night out, and that special bond was formed again. And it turned out to be love second time around. Yay!
So is Tinder.
I'm too classy for Tinder, babe.
No. Hang on, guys, I'm speaking. Please, please. Not very often I speak like this. No one believed they would become husband and wife, but there they are, Mr. and Mrs. Powell. Lots more to say. I could stand here all night with many family stories, mentioning names, thank yous, but we are here to party. Yes! So perhaps it's time, so I don't want to prattle on you like this. So let's lift our glasses and wish Catherine and Dave happiness, health and wealth. To Catherine and Dave. Yes! So, let's party.
Fantastic, fantastic. Cheers, Gary. Cheers, Gary. You? Hang on. How you follow that, I don't know. But next up, guys, is Julie, the mother of the groom. Sausages.
Sausages, he said. Before I make my speech, my personal speech, Harry and Ollie would like to say a few words on their behalf. I don't know when we're going to get through this. We would like to wish our dad and our stepmom congratulations on their marriage, and we wish you all the happiness in the world for a wonderful life together. Love you both, Harry and Ollie. I've only got about 12 pages. Hi, everybody. For those of you who don't know, Ray and I are David's mum and dad. We always have been. They say if you love music, you love life. Well, Catherine and David love music, and they love each other very, very much. Catherine and I have something in common. Other than style, good looks, you know, fashion sense, and all the rest of it, you know, and you understand. Now, we both love the same man. I've loved him for 51 years. And Catherine has loved him 6 years, 7 years?
Oh, and the rest, Julie.
Well, I suspect that she's loved him much longer than 6 or 7 years. I suspect they were in love when they were about 10 or 11. Catherine used to come to our house to practice her dancing with our Catherine. And of course, David was there. He loved the girls being around him.
Married now.
Catherine's mum, Marion, and I used to dance together when we were that age as well, when we were only about 8-year-old. And when we used to see Catherine and David together when they were little, Marion and I used to say, wouldn't it be funny if they got married when they grew up? Well, if they had, Marion and Gary wouldn't have their 2 beautiful granddaughters, and Ray and I wouldn't have our wonderful grandboys. So things worked out right, really, didn't they? Yeah. They have now found each other again, and they are joined together. A wonderful future lies ahead of them, and it will be filled with music, song, holidays, booze, barbecues, discos, and all the rest. Ray and I would like to say that we love them to the moon and back, and wish them all the very best in life.
Thank you, Catherine.
I'm not grabbing your boob.
Oh, go on.
Just taking the microphone. And next up, everyone, is Marion, the mother of the bride. I've got to clip this on you a minute.
I think I'll change my mind.
Look, everyone's watching. There we go, all right?
You're
Good.
fine, thank you, sir. Thank you. Ready? Very, very briefly, I'm not used to speeches, but I would just like to say a few words regarding David and Catherine. They have had one love shared by 2. They've had a dream, and it has come true. From long ago as children, now today they are husband and wife. David has brought the sparkle back in Catherine's life for how she was. We love you, David, as when you and Katie was little. And I want you to know we loved you then and we love you now. Today we are here to celebrate David and Catherine. Thank you all so much for coming. And just enjoy, and thank you for listening to boring old me. All right, lovelies.
Amazing. I know.
And you are.
You nailed it.
And she is.
And now, if you can follow all those 3 speeches, then good luck, Dave.
Okay, thank you, Nani and Marion. I wish I had another 5 pints now before I started mine, but okay, so I'll have a go. Good afternoon, everyone, and for those of you who don't know me, you're in the wrong room, the driving range is next door. On behalf of my wife and I, pause for cheer. Thank you all for coming, and it's nice to actually see you in the park in August. So I did think that was risky to start with a joke that only half the room would get. So can the Pontypudlians explain that to the Cwmbran people later on? There are a few formalities and thank yous I have to go through before I get to the star attraction. I can't look over there. So I'll begin with the family. Thank you to Mum and Dad for all your help in the build-up. This is Mum, Julie, if you've just met her, seamstress extraordinaire. And this is Bampy Pow, whose DIY and gardening skills would put Mr. Miyagi to shame.
Another special thank you goes to Catherine's parents, Marion and Gary. Thanks for your help in the build-up too. And Gary, if you don't know him, is about 10 times more relaxed than I am. And that's probably for a good thing, because Marion is 100 times more bonkers than BB is. You both look fab today, and Marion, we know Gary likes aeroplanes, so there's no need to shave a landing strip into the back of his head.
I wanted him to be different.
Thank you to Nia and Darcy, Nina and Dribs, my new stepdaughters. I'm sure you can all agree they both look brilliant today. And although Darcy's moved out now, we shared a few years living together, sort of singing and dancing and karaoke and listening to drunk Darcy stories on a Saturday night. To my two boys, Harry and Ollie, you both look fab today. Thanks for dressing up all posh. They don't like straying from a pair of tracky bots and an Avengers hoodie, so thanks for making the effort today. They're growing up fast, and it won't be long before we're taking them to pubs and music concerts. So I was explaining to the guys the other day about Glastonbury, you know, how it works and how there's different music in different fields, and you can wander from one place to another, you know, dance music in this field, sort of rap in that field, and R&B in that field. And Ollie said, so it's physical Spotify. And Harry said, that's the most Generation Alpha thing about you had anyone say. I think they think I'm a cool dad. You know, I build I build racing drones, I fly in helicopters, I ride a Segway, but then I always balance it out by doing things like wearing Crocs with headlights on. Thanking my two ushers, Nigel and Nigel. Where are they? Nigel's over there, Nigel's there. They're doing an awesome job today. If you need anything at all, they're not just here to look pretty. So ask them and they'll sort it out. If you don't know which one's which, Nigel's the one with the big nose. Oh, sorry. So I'll explain further. I'll explain further. So Nigel Ridout's the one with a nose so big that Taylor Swift could hold a concert on it and still not sell out all the tickets. And Nigel Smith's the one that can smell Sunday dinner on Wednesday. Where's KP? Another massive thank you goes out to my little sis, KT. Thanks for being BB's best friend. And I don't know if you know, but our mums and dads have known each other, well, probably since before the Industrial Revolution. So, and as a result of which, KP and Catherine became best friends. PP became friends. Catherine and Catherine, then, obviously. They're even blood sisters because when they cut their hands on nettles when they were kids, they rubbed them together. So. Me and Mum were trying to work out exactly when it was that I met Catherine. The Catherines knew each other from dancing, so they knew it themselves before. But we think it was Brecon Jazz Festival, 1985 in August. That it was for the first time I met Catherine. I remember it well. It was our first Brecon Jazz Festival, and we were dancing in front of the stage. I remember it. We even were filmed for S4C and made the evening news. But we saw it on there. Catherine and Catherine in their matching Brecon Jazz t-shirts with bows in their hair, and me in my Dennis the Menace jumper. The three of us spent a ton of time together when we were kids, and Mum and Marion, as they've touched upon, joked that maybe we'd get married later in life. And nearly 40 years later, I'd never forget the beautiful words when I told Mum that we were seeing each other again. Oh, David, it's like a dream come true. All this time later now, and we now share a home. Catherine is amazing to live with. We love cooking, and we've both improved so much in the kitchen.
Well, definitely.
Yeah. So me specialising in Chateaubriand with a peppercorn reduction jus, and Catherine now able to use the oven without setting off next door smoke alarm. Although she recently did confuse ounces and kilograms in a slow cooker risotto recipe and never managed to recreate the never-ending porridge pot. Our neighbours are great. They look after us, the neighbours. You know, they even tell us when to put the bins out and that type of stuff. Is brilliant. But I did have a phone call from one the other day. Dave, have you put your blue bin out today?
Oh, no.
I said no. He said, I thought not, because I've just seen Catherine dragging it down Woodland Road behind her car. The house is always spotless, though, and although the odds of Flora stress cleaning does make an appearance every now and again, but it's okay, because me and the girls have got an early warning WhatsApp group set up just in case we were coming out of the kitchen. The hard work and planning that Catherine, and indeed all the girls, Lee, you know, the flowers and the bridesmaids, has been fantastic. Every detail has been planned and executed fantastic. And I tried to help in any way I can, especially when my opinion was asked. There were some opinions, though, that were wrong. So not because of any lack of enthusiasm or for myself, but merely because I didn't understand the questions. One example was the proposed colour for the bridesmaids' dresses. So I was given a choice of aquamarine, cerise, mauve, eucalyptus, or sage. My face obviously comes with subtitles because it was clear to Catherine I'd never heard any of these words before. So she said, haven't you even heard of mauve? She didn't laugh when I asked if that was one of Mam's friends. Mauve, though, seemed to be a clear favourite, so I singled that one out as the winner. I was then, however, sidelined by the follow-up question, do you like toasted mauve, cool mauve, warm mauve, a hint of mauve, blush or dusky, sparkles or no sparkles? I'm just a man trying to get married. Honestly, as you know, organising a wedding isn't easy, and it comes up with its own problems, even in unexpected areas. Last week, the WhatsApp group sent 300 messages, had 8 phone calls and 2 Teams calls to work out if, in fact, Nigel's pocket was real. There was another hiccup when we lost the debit card for the joint wedding account. I didn't actually, though, report it missing because whoever stole it was spending less than Catherine was. Seriously, though, we do really get along amazingly and hardly ever have a crossed words. Well, you know, there's the usual couple things like what to watch on Netflix or what to have for tea or how a thermostat works, but nothing at all serious. She's always smiling, as you know. She rarely gets cross. There was this one time, though, in Abergavenny when we were out on a night out, and she almost lost it with a drunk guy that was hassling us. She said to me, if he doesn't go away soon, I'm going to take off my shoe and hit him with it. I said, okay, great, but BB, you're wearing flip-flops.
It's true. It's true.
Another time we nearly had words when we were out actually for a romantic meal. The subject came up about who we fancied back in the 90s. And I admitted reluctantly it was Natalie Imbruglia and Julia Roberts. So BB said, but neither of those look like me. And I said, well, how many bald ginger blokes did you fancy back in the 90s? She said, only one. You. I have finally learned to speak fluent BB, though. She'll ask questions like, who was that thing in the thingy we watched the other day about what's her name? Ewan McGregor? Yeah, that's the one, yeah. So, to my good friend and semi-professional best man, Daniel Simmons, suit by Armani, hair by Flymo, speech by Anna. So choosing the best man wasn't easy. So first of all, I asked my best looking friend and they said no. Then I asked my most charismatic friend and they said no. Then I asked my funniest friend, they said no. So desperate, I asked Sid for the 4th time, and this time he said yes. I'd like to say thank you for everything. You've been brilliant, especially this morning running about. That was great. Sorting out the boys' suits wasn't happy, so thanks for the suggestion about the sizing issues that we've both gone from Next and the other two from High and Mighty. Thanks for arranging a brilliant stag weekend. Thanks for arranging a brilliant stag weekend. Everyone enjoyed themselves immensely. On a heavy night out, you know, sometimes you forget a lot about the night before, but in this occasion, I think it's a good thing because it stopped me from getting PTSD. Although I do remember 5 minutes into my first pint being absolutely bullseyed by seagull poo. Straight in the mouth. Straight in the mouth. Yeah, I said, has anyone got a tissue? And I said, shut up, you'd be miles away by now. Though I don't actually mind seagulls. Living with 3 girls for a few years sort of gets you desensitized to the noise. Okay, so, right, here we go. Catherine, BB. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind you're the most beautiful person on the planet. And it's only a part of your beauty that makes you as beautiful as you are. I've never met anyone with a smile that can light up a room like hers can. Her happiness is infectious. Whenever she speaks to someone, they walk away in a better mood having spoken to her. We were trying to arrange a night out a few weeks ago with the Fitzgeralds. Where are you? The Fitzgeralds. And it turned out that on the night, Stu was stressed, working late and having difficulty switching off. Suddenly, he downed tools, stopped work and said to Kate, "Love, I need to be beebed." Now, there might be a possibility, that could have been taken the wrong way, but not when you're referring to BB. Kate said, "Yeah, me too, let's go."
Oh, love you guys.
I think one day, for anxiety, doctors will be recommending regular beebings. She's unbelievably polite. She always says thank you to Alexa. She's a brilliant dancer. She's worn a groove around the kitchen table on a Saturday night dancing. She works hard and is absolutely brilliant with kids, especially my own.
Aww.
Nearly done. I didn't ever believe in luck. It's just a statistical variance that balances itself out over time. But then I realized all of a sudden the incredibly bad luck I've had on the golf course over the years has balanced itself out and given me enough luck in life to be with Catherine. Catherine, here's to the future with you. Whatever worries you have, even if they're caused by me, will be worries that we face together. We'll dance together, laugh together, sing together, be together. Today, I got to marry Beebs. My best friend, the love of my life, proof that 1 + 1 can add up to more than 2. So please, can we raise a glass? And let's toast the bride. She was the first girl I ever kissed, and she'll be the last. I'm pretty sure. So I've got to hand the microphone
Darcy before said.
That's ruined that then. Okay, you have to hand it back to me then.
Messages, babe.
Dribs.
And now, Darcy would like to say a few words.
Right, I don't know how I meant to go after that, but hang on, let me find it now. Right. First of all, thank you all for coming today. You all look lovely. I just wanted to come up here to say a few words on behalf of me and my sister Nia. We are so proud of my mum and the woman she is. We are over the moon to be a part of her journey with Dave and couldn't ask for a better person to call our stepdad. When Mum first mentioned she'd met Dave, I was so shocked and I just didn't want to hear it. But a few years down the line, he's proven himself time and time again, and I couldn't thank him more for making my mum so happy and giving her the life she's really always deserved. Dave, even though I'm not from your sack, I know you've still got my back. Right. Mum, you look beautiful, and I'm so happy your day is finally here. We all love you so much, and I'm so happy that you and Dave have finally tied the knot. You're just perfect for each other. I'm sure I'm speaking on behalf of everyone here when I say congratulations, Mum and Dave. So please raise your glass again for the happy couple, Catherine and Dave.
Well done. It's quite difficult to follow, isn't it, really? Heartfelt. Dave's funny, which is a bit out of character for him, but also heartfelt, you know, so mine's, it's difficult, really. I just apologise, first of all, because I'm going to have to read the speech. I've literally written it verbatim. A, I knew I'd probably have about 5 or 6 pints by this point, which I have. And B, I can't remember 5 minutes ago, let alone something I thought about speaking about over the last couple of weeks, last couple of months. Look around the demographic of the room. I think most of you probably understand where I'm coming from with that. So, speak up, son. Okay. Okay. I want to start with a few shout-outs. So, with the bridal party, just say Beebs and Dave's children, Nia and Darcy, Harry and Ollie. I've seen you over the past 5 or 6 years now, and how you've come together as like a big, fabulous family, and you're all looking amazing today, and you've been brilliant, and how you've come together with Dave and Catherine has just been brilliant. So, yeah, it has, yeah. It's lovely to see. Marion and Jeff. Every time, like, so, yeah. That's a... First of all, it was Jeff. Half of you will probably know Marion and Jeff, I don't know. But every time I've written it down, I've got to stop myself saying Jeff. Marion and Gary. Tradition dictates that I say how sorry you must be at losing a daughter and thrilled to be gaining a son. And of course, then I have to say, I'm not sure gaining Dave as a son is obviously that thrilling. And I'll let you two decide on that. Likewise, Julie and Ray, only months ago you lost one Catherine Powell as you became a Catherine Thomas. And then today, you've got another Catherine Powell waltzing her way into your life, as she does, dancing. And I know she must bring loads of joy and laughter to your lives. Absolutely. I've handwritten this in because I forgot to thank them, but the Nigels, obviously, we have to thank the Nigels. I don't know what they did today. Dave said, please approach them. just give me a second. Please approach them and they'll do anything for you. They're so helpful, they're on the ball, etc. So I was going to say, yeah, thanks. I was going to make a joke and say, oh, I don't know what you've done today, but yeah, thanks, guys. But at 12 this morning, or this afternoon, I was driving over to Leeds to pick the flowers up for the second time, because I had to pick some up, drop them off, I had to go back, shower, get my suit on, go back, pick the flowers up. Nigel rings me, the one with the big tongue. Let's not say big nose, the one with the big tongue. Yeah, the bigger one. Nigel rang me, said, I'm on my way now. It's Peterston Golf Club, right? Peterston Golf Club. No night, it's Park Golf Club. Right, okay, but that's where the ceremony's happening, right? No, that's Usk Registry Office night. What? What do you mean? We're going to the golf club now, that's where it's all happening. No, night. So I was like, glad you rang me, great. Please get yourself to Usk, etc., etc. So that was Nigel's contribution to the day. Nigel won. Yeah, round of applause for that one, I think, right? So, last night, BB texted me, said, could you do me a big favour? Could you go and pick the flowers up from Lee's, drop them over to us, then pick the rest up, take them up to the boys, etc., etc., dish them out at the registry office. Yeah, no problem. Went over this morning, Lee hadn't quite finished them, so I said, right, I'll grab the first lot, take them back to BB's, and then I'll go home, get showered, go back, get the rest of the flowers. I was over there and I was thinking, this is next door but one to Nigel Smith's house. Like another one of the ushers. Like why isn't he doing this stuff? Do you know what I mean? And I spent 2.5 hours this morning driving back and forth Cullinan 4 times, picking flowers up. Do you know, well, I heard he did have trouble tying his shoelaces and tying his tie. Yeah. But anyway, you both look very pretty, and thank you very much for your contribution today. Beebs has also asked me to give a special mention to a long-time good friend, Lee Ridout, who did such an amazing job and a beautiful wedding flowers today. Right. It's lovely to see so many other friends and family here to celebrate this special day, not just the ones I've mentioned now. You'll all know the special couple in your own ways and by many different names. Be that Catherine and David, BB and Pow, Beebs and Davy, Beebs and Herschel, Beebs and the Orange Peril, Beebs and the BGC, Beebs and Morph, Beebs and the Ginger Man, or simply just Beebs and the Sniper's Dream. It's because he's got a big head, you know, it's massive, right? But I also know them as very, very good friends. I've known Beebs for 7 years now, and life has been much brighter with her in it. She's like a big fluffy cuddle that makes me smile whenever I see her. But this speech isn't about Beebs. It's not about Dave and Beebs. It's about Dave. I've known Dave for 35 years now. And what a long 35 years that's been. I first met him 1989 on our first day at Crossy Sixth Form. He was bumbling around in his freshly ironed white shirt, new school tie, looking a bit lost, looking a bit geeky, a bit nerdy, desperate to make friends. Me personally, I was in a more fortunate position. I already knew Haz and Kev, a couple of others, so found it easier to settle into my new school. We were the cool kids. 26-inch waists. Remember them? Sporty, smokers, baggy jeans, hooped earrings. The Smiths, the Cure. Definitely not the fat bass we are now, right? So anyway, we said, are we going to let this new lad into our gang? we decided, yeah, why not? Let's give him a go. At worst, we could just ditch him again if he became too annoying. Open brackets, how did that not never happen? Close brackets. And at best, he could only make us look a lot better on a night out. So anyway, we gave him a chance, and here we all are now. Still friends today. So, means a lot. But back then, he was just an awkward, pale, very ginger teen. And true to him. But what a man he's grown into. He's now an awkward, pale, very bald, middle-aged man.
Yeah, I will be by his side.
Invincible. Now, all of his mates in this room will be familiar with the following phrase. It would come out via a phone call, followed by a text message, closely followed by a Facebook message, and these days even a WhatsApp message, until he's ensured that the message had reached the recipient. The phrase, "Come on, son, everyone will be there." You could say this became Dave's catchphrase. No, it wasn't always true. Actually, I don't think it was ever true. I don't think there was once that I turned up at the Cox or Lanny Soch and everyone was there. However, this tactic is something that Dave has been doing for 35 years now. And do you know what? I'm glad he has. Because something that cannot be denied is Dave's enthusiasm for seeing his mates, keeping friendships alive. As we grow older and grumpier, and an apathy grows for nights out, or even just keeping in touch, what keeps us all together is Dave's unwavering commitment for a piss-up. It's true. I remember one example specifically. We were on a boys' holiday in Gran Canaria, and Parton over there, he just wanted one night in, one night off the booze. But Dave's feverish response was, "Come on, son, 14 chances are better than 13. So it's fair to say, we've downed a few pints in our time, and our post-booze brain fog has spawned many a saying. What's a banana? Lumpy grains? Bubbly bub? Or simply, yeah. Thank you. One such hungover morning, I remember driving back from Cardiff on a night out. Another saying was born. Out of the blue, I sat in the car with Dave. I think it was Kevin Parton in there. Dave said, "Boys, there's a chili in the fridge." We all thought, chili in the fridge. What's this mean? Was it code? Did it mean there was more drugs? More girls? More booze? Obviously it had a hidden meaning. But no, in fact, on that particular day, it just meant there was a chili in the fridge. Thanks, Julie. It was very tasty. We sent it down. If we could make the next one vegetarian, I'd be really grateful. Right? Now, when Dave asked me to be best man, I was really touched. Of course, it's a real honour to be a special part of your big day, both. But really, the best man in this room is Dave himself. Because Dave is the best at everything. So he loves to tell anyone and everyone every chance he gets. Dave is the best at golf, tennis, squash, padel, snooker, skiing, running. I got to stop at some point, haven't I? One thing I'm sure we can all agree on, he's definitely the best at one thing. Bullshit. But now Beebs has made him the best of everything. She really does bring out what's good in Dave. I keep saying this, I know, but this is a very, very special day for Beebs and Dave. And of course, like I just said earlier, especially for Dave. Something really special, really different, and out of the ordinary. It's a Saturday, he's in a golf club, drinking with his mates. Sorry, Sam. So, I promised I wouldn't mention it, but as some of you may know, I like to do a little bit of running. I may have mentioned it a few times over the past couple of years. Having completed several marathons and very soon... it's very soon doing the Cornwall Marathon in November. Well, I was thinking about this, and I saw Dave's dating history as a bit of a marathon. Sometimes enjoyable, often tinged with bouts of delirium, but mainly a very painful and traumatic test of endurance. I've looked back over Dave's relationship journey, and the parallels to running are uncanny. Marathon training starts months, if not years, prior to the big event, and so it was with Dave's love life. As a teenager, he did all the hard work and training. Countless evenings locked away alone in his bedroom, putting in the long, hard hours. Then before you know it, it's race day. Time to put everything you've learned into practice. Time to flex those muscles you've been building over the years. The first half a dozen miles are a venture into the unknown. There's a great temptation to start too fast, use up all your energy in the early stages, or to use sporting parlance, to blow your tanks, empty your load, go off too quickly. However, by his mid-20s, David reached about mile 7. He'd mastered that premature spurt, he'd settled down, got into a nice rhythm, everything was going great. But by his early 30s, David reached mile 15. In a marathon, things start getting tough here. Thoughts start going through your head. What have I done? Why did I sign up for this? How am I ever going to reach the end? It's kind of midlife crisis of marathon running. So what do? You buy yourself a 2-seater sports car or two. Maybe an MG, an Audi TT. You even test drive a Lotus Elise. But then realise you can barely get into it and certainly can't get back out of it once you are in it. You try desperately to hold on to what wispy ginger hairs you got left on your head. Maybe join a gym or take up a new sport or 3 to see you over the line. But then by his mid-40s, in about 2016-17, Dave's dating hit the wall. In running terms, that's known as bonking. You hit the wall, you bonk. Which is ironic, really, as whilst David hit the wall, he certainly wasn't doing any bonking by that time. Now, in marathon terms, hitting the wall happens anywhere between miles 20 and 24. Everything hurts, your body feels like it's falling apart, and all you want to do is give up. But inexplicably, at this stage, something can happen. You may hear someone in the crowd shout your name in encouragement, or you drag some deep thought from the back of your mind as to why you started this journey, and then magically endorphins get released. Everything starts to feel wonderful, and you get a second wind and feel invincible. And this is precisely what happened to Dave at 4 p.m. on the 14th of January 2018, when he met Beebs. She was that magical voice in the crowd, that inspirational thought at the back of his mind, that involuntary release of endorphins that gave him that new lease of life and made him feel invincible. And this wasn't, however, the first time they'd met. As Dave said, this happened when they were 12. A couple of other people said maybe 10, 11, not quite sure. But I have it on good authority that when Dave wasn't actually wearing his Dennis Menace t-shirt, jumper that day when they met. I've been told when Beeves first saw Dave, he was in fact in his parents' paddling pool or in the back garden, naked. Might have been a few years earlier, I'm not sure, but this is definitely something I've got on good authority from Catherine.
Still together.
Yeah. Now, having room with Dave on many a tour and stag do, where he always sleeps naked, I only have one word for that: pallid. Or maybe a second: gross. So I don't actually know what attracted Beeves that day, but something about Dave definitely stuck out. Something hung there in her mind. Some dangling orange carrot lived long in her memory. And so here we are today, from paddling pool to wedding day. And all that's left now really is to wish Beeves and Davey the happiest of vibes going forward, with country walks and sunset drinkies long into your future. Yay. A toast to Beeves and Davey.